module 2 of NLP training is like, why do we learn strategies? What are strategies? I've got a nice little slide here. A definition of a strategy is an order and sequence of internal and external representations that lead to a specific outcome. So internal and external representations is how you basically learn inside. So if you're AD, you want more order and sequence. So someone who's got OCD, for instance, who's having to lock the door 3 or 4 times, has to go for a strategy. I remember watching Andy Murray one year on the Wimbledon, and he kept, from one year he was like literally throwing his racket down, and he was losing a lot of his temper, going like, and getting really angry and burning up a lot of energy. And then the following year, when he started to get near the final Wimbledon, he was doing this, and he was looking up.
Yeah.
So we went, look up for inspiration, down for desperation. So he's keeping his head up and going like that, and he had this strategy he kept doing over and over again each time he won. So he wasn't burning up any negative, and also he's creating a new state every time. So by bringing his eyes up and doing that, he's creating a new state every single time. So his strategy had changed, and he won Wimbledon. So we have strategies for everything, for love, relaxation, deciding, motivation, getting up in the morning. Getting up in the morning is a massive one. You think of the strategies you have every morning that you run over and over again, and they can actually set your day up, whether you have a failure of a day or a really good day, you know. So strategy elicitation. So you think if you were trying to sell a car, if you're a car salesman, to have a strategy to sell that car, you're going to have to basically this is a great one. So if you say to someone, well Brian, I know you had an idea about the car you were looking for, and the one you've seen is a good match. You've got a feel for it from the test drive, and it meets all your criteria of price, performance, reliability. So do you feel this is a car for you? So what, well Brian, I know you had an idea, so that's visual internal, about what car you're looking for. That's visual external. You've seen one that's a good match, that's and you've got a good feel for it, which is kinesthetic external. So you've got a good feel for it from the test drive. It meets all your criteria price, AD. Someone who's AD is going to be ringing up and just literally wanting a list of all the spec. Yeah. So for me, it's visual kinesthetic. If I'm selling to someone who's AD, I've got to know all the spec on performance, reliability, which is also AD, and then kinesthetic internal. So do you feel this is a car for you? Make sense? So going through all the strategies there, what they need to appease all of the different learning styles. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for instance, when you sent me an email and you were inquiring about the course, I sent you a load of information that I hope was enough relevance to tick all the boxes, but I didn't really know from your emails previous whether you were visual kinesthetic or AD. So I've tried to when you set your website up as you're selling your product, you want to be thinking about, who you're selling to. Do you want to make it all visual kinesthetic stuff? Or do you want to make it both, so you can hit both notes? Because also as well, if you get loads of visual kinesthetic people, you don't grow as a therapist. Working with AD people that really push you as a therapist, because you're going to have to change your dialect. Make sense? Cool.
Yeah.